Hey everyone, Dooms here, back with another video. Yes, so soon. We have to, there's icons or worlds going on right now. Plenty of great matches, and I promised it to you on my Twitter. You voted, the poll won, so here's the icon match. I'll be paying attention to macro, but obviously also draft, which is my favorite little thing. Macro, so the bigger picture. How do you play according to your win condition? What is your team comp really all about? And yeah, there maybe are a couple of throws in the coming match. You'll see really classical mistakes that you can avoid to do in your ranked or competitive gameplay. No more spoilers, just enjoy. All right, so let's get right into it. Before we speak about picks and bans, T1 versus Team Flash is a really important matchup. Why? Team Flash is up 1-0, so if Team Flash wins right now, they are qualified for the knockout stage, and T1 is out of Icons or World. So yeah, T1 has a lot of line. They gotta win this game at all costs. Why did I pick this match? T1 versus TF is a really important match for both teams, as I said, but also T1 matters to me. Why? Because they eliminated us, Rix, from Worlds. So I want to see them a bit closely, how they're doing. I know them pretty well since we had to analyze them twice. We almost won them even. We took a game off. We almost won a series. So yeah, it's a tough one, and I'm curious to see how it's going. I know their playstyle by heart, as I said, so very easy to analyze them, and I'm very curious to see what Team Flash scores as they've been pretty impressive this far in the tournament. So, Corki, pretty standard ban. T1 love it on red side, but they're not gonna first pick it, so they just get it away out easily. Same for Kami for Team Flash, they value it a lot, so they just get it out. Lee Sin is a really specifically T1 ban. Why? They have a tough time with early game junglers, except Xin Zhao, when the evolution open and such. But yeah, their jungler prefers farming junglers like Kha'Zix, who they just took as a first pick. Karmas and Anyumi are really all-around meta bans. They are good champions, can adapt to multiple scenarios. You just get them out to have a clearer vision of the draft. So Kha'Zix, as I said, scaling, farming, you're not going to do much early game. It's going to be kind of a sleepy gameplay, but you're going to be really active when it comes to farming, rotating, and scaling with your evolves. Jack's pretty much the same. You're going to farm a lot, your jungle, try to rotate as efficiently as possible. You can try to do a gank or two, but yeah, you've got such a good farming rate that you don't really need to or have the pressure like Lee Sin or Xin Zhao to do stuff in early game. The Shen is interesting because it's clearly stating, okay, Team Flash says we're gonna weak side top, no matter what. Like we are not planning on playing a strong side top who's gonna dominate the Baron lane. We're chilling, we're gonna play the map. They have a huge macro already. Because Jax can split push the map, and Shen can just help him do that from the opposite side of the map. Use his ultimate, give Jax some tankiness, so there's a potential to develop Jax as a hyper carry. Singed is interesting because he's gonna be able to answer some utility. Why T1 are gonna be able to look for team fights? It's a strong pick, but I'm surprised to see T1 pick it. They haven't picked it a lot, and it doesn't really fit their style that much, as core is usually kind of carry for them, and Singe is gonna be mid lane no matter what. The Gragas is usually seen as a flex pick, although right now technically mid lane is locked with Singed and jungle with Kha'Zix, so he should be support. But yeah, he's a pretty all-around pick. You can team fight, you can split a bit, you can weak side, strong side, you can be proactive, you can also front to back. You can do anything with him, so very easy pickup. The Ashe is again very interesting from Team Flash. They're really going with an identity. Okay, you know what? We got Jax, give him tankiness with Shen, give him utility with Ashe. You get a stun, again a global stun. So you got Shen global, you got Ashe global. You're playing the map. So you're basically telling T1, you know what? You can team fight, whatever. We're never gonna team fight you. We're gonna play the map. You won't be able to get onto us. That's what they're saying. The Renekton ban is to prevent the Shen from falling behind with a strong early game, and it's quite a kind of a comfort pick too for Jaejong. The Varus limits T1's options for team fighting, for pressuring, and for weak siding bots. If you've got a Shen weak side for Team Flash, they're gonna want to play around the bot lane. If there's Varus for T1, they won't be able to do that. So very good ban. On T1 side, I'm not sure about the Morgana ban, but why not? Technically, you want to avoid having a black shield on Jax so you can actually CC him. The Lucian is a bit more surprising, unless Team Flash would really go very AD heavy with carries early game. It's surprising. Why not? But it's surprising. Deluxe again, it's just like the Ashe pick. Basically, you're giving utility to your team comp and also a lot of flexibility. You can do Ashe Lux bot lane with Ashe ADC Lux support. You can put one of both in mid lane if needed. Both going to be able to protect the Jax, but also kind of carry a bit on put in damage if needed. Really all around good picks. The Riven is the expected pick, exactly. You're going to want to do some stuff early with Riven. Jax, Gragas, Kha'Zix, Singed can enable you to do that, and you're going to want to strong side it. While Ziggs is the perfect bottom lane weak side. He's basically throwing bombs from afar under the turret, just chilling, just farming his waves and his Gucci. So yeah, that's very classical picks for T1s, playing a bit around top and early, team fighting, a bit of scaling with Ziggs and with Kha'Zix, but for the rest they're pretty much all around early, late, team fight but can split a bit with Riven. Yeah, well, Team Flash, okay. So Team Flash decide to go with a bit more tankiness and Alistar support, so it's gonna be Ashe or Lux mid lane. I guess it's gonna be Ashe since it's like that. We'll find out, but yeah, no matter what, both have a global ultimate to play around for the Jax again. If they both assemble in the mid lane after 4 or 5 minutes, they have very good clear, which enables them to have prio mids and then rotate or pay attention to the side lane where Jax is. Again. So yeah, Team Flash basically says, we've got a Jax, and our Jax is gonna beat you all. That's it. T1 can have multiple carries, they can play multiple roles, but yeah, if Jax is fed, they're gonna have a tough time neutralizing him. So yeah, the win conditions are pretty clear. Scaling, Jax farming for Team Flash. Team fighting, maybe a couple of Drakes with some Elder Drake pressure, so you can force the Jax to team fight since he's jungle, he's got the smite. Yeah, let's see how they manage to do that. For starters, map and ward analysis, the very classical pink wards in the blue bush, up here and there. A kinda risky one right there, in the pixel bush for Team Flash. Why not? A lot of people go and check that, but why not? And we see, okay, Singed 41, Core is putting one above their red buff. Pretty classical too. Defensive 41. They don't want to force stuff early, especially bot lane. They know this is gonna be their strong side, so yeah, it's peace out. They want to play through top side mostly, so chill. I'm not sure how Ashe can be that low from Singed, but why not? Um, but yeah, I'm betting rather on 4 very farming minutes at first, chilling, getting their Jax and their Kha'Zix ahead respectively, missing as few farm as possible. There's maybe an Alistar push, whatever, but really not that much happening. So yeah, I'm gonna be skipping per 3 seconds, just like my software enables me, but there's not that much that's gonna happen. Some skirmishes on top. Riven is doing what she should do, trying to poke the Shen a bit. Maybe pushing the lane a bit too hard, especially if you don't have your jungler nearby. Yeah, you're losing a couple CS or maybe just get the experience from afar. But yeah, it's really okay, no big deal yet. Uh, Everyone is just farming up and trying to concede the least possible. Right, let me accelerate this. So, tick, tick, tick. Okay, Riven is trading. She's could set up a freeze. Yeah, she tries to. Very good one. Trading and kind of freezing. Ashe, as I said, she reached level 5. She uses her ultimate. Even though it missed, it's a really good try. Like, you're using your global, you're trying to do something on your strong side. Um, Jax is not that far either to react, so Good opportunity missed, but that's what you gotta do with Ash. So good job. Item wise, nothing really special yet. Going Manamune for wait, Manamune? Uh-huh. Sender for Shen. Okay, yeah. Pretty much classical. When it comes to warding, both scuttles for Team Flash, so they have kind of some prio on it. T1 though is putting some vision in. You've got a pink ward right there. You've got a pixel ward again, but a classical ward this time. Yeah, T1 are basically aggressive on top with those two wards, and they're being very defensive in the bottom lane with those two. Which means, yeah, I'm strong siding top, I'm weak siding. So weak side up and strong and strong side right there. So that's basically T1's vision of the map is I can play under this tower, but for the rest I'm staying as close as possible to my towers and not playing this side of the map too much. Alright, let's see. So a couple of trades. Very good ones. As I said, like yeah, the 4 or 5 first minutes are pretty much sleepy. The rest should be way more packed with action. But Neto Alistar is roaming, Gragas roam too. Both supports are really doing their job. Both bot laners are really just farming for their first item before objective spawn. Both teams have two options. What would fit T1 the most to their comp is playing Drake, but they might want to remove the Herald from the enemy team. And in the opposite, Team Flash could need the Herald to have a snowball on Jax and be able to split push earlier and have those items. But they can also decide to take the Drake to remove some Elder pressure, have a bit of scaling for the whole team acquired. So yeah, both are possible. You might want to as Team Flash to take the Herald to unlock mid tower against 6, because otherwise it's really difficult to unlock mid against 6 make unless 6 sorry makes a mistake. So yeah, we'll see. Ash is using a scouting ability to see where Kha'Zix is. She doesn't find him, but yeah, they're able to just start the objective like they want. Both teams just handshake it and handshake it in the opposite way of what could fit their comp. They're both deciding to just take what would fit the enemy comp more. So yeah, it's basically a game of hide and seek. What do you want? I really like what Sench is doing here. So he realizes, okay, damn, their Team Flash is playing Drake, which means they're close, while my team is not close at all. So what can Team Flash do? Come here, come there, and dive with the cannon wave. Sench reacts and says, okay, you know what? I don't mind. I'm gonna be there going in. I have a couple HPs. I can just go in, trade HPs, and clear this wave as fast as I can. It buys some time to Kha'Zix, to Gragas, etc. to react, to either make a play on top or come to bot. So they decide to go for a play on top. Good choice, in say. Unless this happens. You forget the globals, okay, you have to burn stuff, not really a flash or whatever, but still you're not able to do stuff. On the side you're supposed to do stuff. While Team Flash are securing a late game objective, and they might be able to dive this. Okay, they get Proto Belt plus Flash from Singed. Pretty good, and Team Flash are being very smart. They see they got something from the enemy team, they just cash it in. Okay, you know, we got that, no need to greed. We got what we wanted, or at least part of it. Now let's move on based on that. As you see, Ziggs is staying mid right now to clear the mid wave, while Ashe is doing the same with Alistar. Weirdly enough, Flux is coming on side lane. I guess it's just because Jax has some jungle to farm and has to back. Otherwise, it should be Ashe Lux right there, and quite some farming. Alright, let's find out what comes next. No tower fall. Wow, the Ziggs ulti might be a bit overkill right there. There's 2 minions left. Riven, just flash ignite, ult, whatever you want. I think that's overkill. You don't know if a dive is gonna happen someday, so peace out, keep your ultimate. That's my advice. It doesn't matter a lot in this game, I think, because there's literally only Ash mid, but a Herald should never be put there. Why? Because it's going to be taking 1, 2 seconds to come here and then start charging with the animation right there. While if you put it here, or even since the turret zone should be something like, I don't know, this, let's say. Kha'Zix wanted to drop it to not be hit by the tower or not too much. Well, you better just put it there then. Because from there the Herald can charge, while from here he can't charge. There's a wall, he can't get through. So that's why he has to go through this and this, while if he drops it here, it just charges. It doesn't change a lot here, but if there are 2, 3, 4, 5 people mid, it's the difference maker between the Herald charges or it doesn't. And that's really huge because you decided to trade Drake for the Herald, remember? Like you've got some pressure, okay, I gotta do stuff right now. They decide to try to trade it on bots, but yeah, Sinch is not a great split pusher. Luckily Riven does. Get a tower, so that's really cool. You get a Herald charge, you get first tower. You're good. Not much to not much else to say. Sad proto belt usage, but it's okay. So, quick point. We got a Thunder River Shen and Stone Plate, while Riven went Mercury's. Yeah, makes totally sense. Black Cleaver to get the armor away, really good. Death Plate on Kha'Zix, Deck Rylai, Seajar, Ludens. Okay, gold wise, Ziggs is ahead. Singe this, let's say even because he's way more useful and tanky as Ash and such, so it's okay. Jungle is pretty much even, although slight advantage for Jax, and top lane is for Riven. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much very even as the gold says here, like it's very close. Both teams are playing really well for now. Okay, sad to the extent, but again, as I expressed, you play the map, you have a global right there, you try to play around your Jax. Where is he? Mid? Go ahead, play mid. Weirdly enough, Riven is not able to get onto the Ash unless they sort of, yeah, they sort of rotate, okay. Ziggs called it, plus they have some vision, I guess. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Nice route in CC chain. Oh, very good predict by Shy, I think, yeah. Hup. Very good one. Good job, Shy. Um, alright, so Jax is taking the wave, as I said. He's their main carry. He's gonna be fed. He's the only one you gotta really focus in a team fight. You get Jax out, easy GG's. You don't get Jax out, it's gonna be tough. Alright, again a stun, playing with division, playing the map. Team Flash are doing exactly what they should do. Playing around the macro, the tempo, accelerating here and there. And as I said, remember I just said it, you don't have Herald? Well, you just need Ziggs to make a mistake. Is dying a mistake? Usually it is. Maybe he can't do that much this time. Uh, but still he died, which means no more wave clear in mid for T1, which means an easy mid lane tower. And mid lane tower is so important. I don't know if I explained it. Yeah, I think I did already in the video. Just to explain you, I'll do it on the opposite side. A mid lane tower determines your area of power. So let's say you've got another tower right there still. What is your zone of influence or safety zone for the team? It's basically this. Okay, I just go through the middle of river. Yeah, I'm not really being in the middle. Up. Voila. You're basically always close to a tower, to something that protects you. You're good. Let's say mid falls. It really changes a lot. Okay, never mind. Up. So, you got this tower still on top, let's say. But there you gotta go to T2. And there, let's say you got the tower still. It gives a lot of free space to the enemy team. Maybe not space where they'll definitely win, but you see both objectives are now contested or heavily favored for the enemy team, and they can enter your jungle very easily. Which means that if they can get right there, They can trap you in this bush. If they can get right there, they can trap you in this bush. They're not far from this one. There's plenty of opportunities for the enemy team to annoy you. And with a Jax who plays the map, which means Jax will want to overextend a lot on the side, it means more opportunities for the enemy to just come here and boom, 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 get on him and flank him. But this also means Ashe and Lux, who are slow carries, will be here instead of here. When they want to rotate to side lane, they can't just go there again. Like, the zone of influence, you can't go there. That's FF, so you gotta go back and then go to the lane, which means a lot of time loss. So yeah, the mid lane tower has a huge influence right now, especially on Team Flash's comp. And they recognize that. They get the Herald again, which means gold on Jax, which means no Herald for T1 to unlock the mid tower eventually. That's huge. As I said, Drakes are important. T1 are going to play this, I hope. They really need it. Why? Because if Team Flash unlocked mids have a fed Jax, because we see here 7.7k is quite good, and have two Drakes, it means they can just ignore the Elder Drake, the pressure, or at least buy a lot of time, and Jax is going to be able to split push. Well, if T1 get one or two Drakes before Elder, there's going to be pressure of, okay, if you're Team Flash, do you take the risk to let two Drakes plus an Elder, so three Drakes Elder, to the enemy team? That's maybe a doubt. And maybe Jax won't be able to split push anymore. So yeah, it makes a huge difference to see who has it, especially since it's Cloud Drake. Um, I can't remember exactly if it's 5, 6, 7% movement speed increase, but don't forget that it can be either +5 here and 0 here, or 0 here and let's say it's 5% and +5 for this team. But the difference between +5 there and +5 there is a whole 10% difference, depending on who is 5. So that's a lot of different movement speed, and this scenario can change a lot. So T1 are right, getting the zone, keeping it, avoiding the poke, and poking themselves. Perfect. They also know Shen isn't there. I'm not really sure why they don't engage and then Shen ults in. Um, but yeah, they know Shen has to commit ult. Oh lord. Okay. Um, this is the mistake. JY used smites and doesn't finish Drake. I don't know. But if Team Flash is taking this dragon, this is sad. This is, yeah, come on. This is a huge loss for T1. Because they use and put resources and stuff to not even get it, and it's the best Drake Team Flash could ask for. It's disastrous, especially if the fight goes wrong. You gotta at least get the shutdown on Jax or something. Yeah, no, Jax is full life right there. Okay, let me take it a bit slower. So, positioning wise, we see Alistar coming in. You could argue this is a mistake, just letting someone go in like that. Yes, but there's no way Alistar should be able to steal a Drake. So yeah, it's not really a mistake either. Once Alistar gets it, Jax instantly jumps in with Channeled. This is perfectly played by Team Flash. He focuses the low people, the ones who are near to him. Not much else, sorry, he can do. He enjoys his teammates' CC and just capitalizes on it to put some heavy damage. That's a tough one. You want to avoid Jax being fed, he's fed. You want to avoid giving Drakes, they have both Drakes. You need to unlock mid tower so they can't play the map. They unlocked your mid tower, you didn't. That's a lot. They're closing gold, so they can still do stuff, don't get me wrong. But if I'm Team Flash, I'm definitely happy with this early game. Yeah, they get another kill. Okay, gets a shutdown. That's cool, but yeah, I mean, Jax is gonna be an issue and is maybe already an issue, while he should be way later, so tough one. Okay, we analyzed that already. Lux biting was kind of bug. Okay, I like what T1 is doing here. They see minion wave from Team Flash is still far from T2, So they just play topside. You know what? Like, okay, we're behind. We need some mental boost right now. We need to win a fight. We all go top. Can't go wrong, right? Uh, and indeed, it starts quite well. You get a good engage. You get some poke, CC. There's a Jax. You gotta switch focus. Perfect. The Ziggs ultimate hits in plain center. It seems like they don't have a lot of damage though. But yeah, it's enough to kill people. Do you get the flip? Yeah, you even get the flip. Okay, really, really good. Shen might be split pushing, but you don't care at all. You're even back in gold, perfectly even. Your Kazakhs got back in the game. That's good. Riven too, really good. Don't tell me you do Baron. Why did you hit the C jar? Yeah. Okay, I'm calling a Jinko on this one. So, if you don't know who Jinko is, he's a content creator and he made a perfect guide. You gotta check that out on how to play Baron Nashor. So how to take it with the least damage that you would take, with the most efficient way basically to take it with no risk. T1 are doing the exact opposite. So what are they doing? First of all, Kha'Zix is tanking it, which is your main damage dealer on Baron has a debuff because yes, Baron when damaging you gives you a debuff of 50% of your damage over 5 seconds, I believe. Which means for 5 seconds now, Kha'Zix is nerfed. And every time the Baron re-hits him, it refreshes 5 seconds. Same for Gragas, who now tanks. I'm not sure about 6, but he might have it too. So basically, you got a more than Half-Life Baron, your 25% HP, 50% damage debuff for 5 more seconds, and people are engaging you. Have fun. This is quite a troll. I'm not sure they could have done it if they played the Baron perfectly with aggro, etc. But I'm sure it would have turned better than that. They would have more HP, less damage debuff. That's a huge difference. Because right now, yeah, Jax can just keep the Baron going. The tanks are just of Team Flash are just zoning the people out. Like the tanks are not doing a lot of damage, but they're doing enough to kill 20% HP people. So yeah, in this case, it is enough to threaten you. Yeah, Jax get that's really sad because it's all just a consequence of you get a good Cloud Drake fight. Sorry, a good topside fight, and you try to greed something out of it. While I said before, Team Flash, when they got singed Flash, they were just there like, okay, you know what? We cash in. It's good. We got what we wanted. We get out. They got first Drake, same. They got second Drake, same. They're all just chilling every time, which is exactly what you need to do in Wild Rift, especially in such a capital and crucial game where there's definitely gonna be stress. All right, so let's move on. The goal difference is just increasing and increasing. It's crazy. They lose top. No, they lose mid T3. They're gonna lose the bot 1, 2 since Jax is coming. And they might as well just lose the top 1 to be honest. Not much difference. Gragas tries to save himself, but the only damage source of your team isn't there. So I don't know. Defending a tower is cool. Suiciding to defend a tower so they take their nexus is slightly less efficient, I'd say. So yeah, it's are we able to T1? Right, let me go back. So they try to re-engage the fight, okay, on the tower. Yeah, that I know it's the yeah, that's way too ambitious. They're just gonna get mauled down. And problem is with T1, they've got zero Baron wave clear. Like the only wave clear champion you have is Ziggs. The other three champions, Riven, Singed, Kha'Zix, have to commit, while Ziggs can just stay in the distance, throw bombs. But it's strong enough for normal minions, but not strong enough at all to farm cannon minions or Baron minions, sorry, efficiently. So yeah, Baron minions are just gonna be able to stack up, push and really be a pain in the ass for everyone. And I guess Team Flash just finished it. Yeah. Team Flash just played it perfectly according to their win condition. They said, you know what, this map is ours. We know it. We know how we want to play it, where we want to go. They were a bit lucky between the Alistar Drake steal, between the Baron steal. But yeah, T1 made unusual mistakes. They certainly did not play like that against us. I wish they had. But yeah, they're playing really well still. There's stress. There's being the game that if you lose, you're out, you know. So yeah, T1 props to them for showing up this far in the competition. Can't wait to see Team Flash though in quarterfinals, knockouts, especially since now they qualified since they're top 8 for the part of the prize pool of the Morgana skin. So yeah, that's gonna be a huge boost for them. I really hope they can go far because although they're not impressive in the meaning of like mechanically they're not outplaying everyone, but they're not doing a single mistake as a team, or at least in this game they haven't done a lot, which is huge at this level with this pressure on stage, a foe that is not yours. It's huge. So yeah, props to them. I just want to see the gold graph again. I don't know if we can see it. So let me check when the graphs would be up. Ah, there. Yeah. So basically, farming T1 is ahead. It goes down because they what happened again? I guess it was Drake 2, which they throw. Then they manage to take a very good fight on top side. They go back, and then there is the Baron. Basically lose all of their thingy. Team Flash is backing just to cash in some items while T1 is deep pushing waves and taking jungle. Poof, T1 gets cold again. And then you go all the way back up when Team Flash pushes, takes every turret they want. Yeah, it's very, very violent graphic, let's say. Alright, so yeah, there's not much else to add. I hope you really enjoyed this analysis. I've tried to be as deep as I can while not going too much into detail. You know, I'm trying to keep it a bit shorter than usual, even though it's still long, 30 minutes plus. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, evening, afternoon, whenever you are, morning. And yeah, hope to see you soon. Bye bye.